Hi, I'm Emerson, a senior from Bismarck, North Dakota, and today I'm here to talk about this mysterious green plant-like organism called algae. Let's dive deeper.
Okay, let's go back to the extreme basics. So algae is actually the plural form for the word alga, which a lot of people don't know. But alga means seaweed in Latin. Now this is extremely misleading because seaweed is actually a form of alga, but alga is the group of all the photosynthetic organisms in aquatic environments. So they are not synonyms, but one does mean the other. Now, you may be asking yourself, why should I care? Why does this sloppy green goop mean anything to me? To that, I'd say two things. One, algae isn't always green. It comes in a variety of different colors, like red, orange, yellow, and brown. And two, it actually impacts you a lot more than you might think. For starters, aquatic plants actually make up 50 to 80% of our world's oxygen. But let's say through some crazy scientific circumstances that you do not have to breathe in order to sustain life. I bet you still love ice cream. That's right. Ice cream uses components from algae like carrageenan and alginate to form its creaminess instead of its crystallization. So your favorite Ben & Jerry's flavors? Yeah, you can thank algae for that. Aside from these slightly unconventional uses, algae is also used to produce biofuels. To do this, scientists grow the algae and then they harvest their oils and transversify it to produce biodiesel. This biodiesel is then used in things like transportation, home heating, and home electricity. So unless you like a cold, damp, dark, ice creamless house, I think you should pay your respect to algae. Now, let's talk environmental impacts. So while it is really good with producing oxygen and oxidizing the water, it actually does have some negative environmental impacts. This is very apparent in things like dead pools. Dead pools are places where the algae soaks up the surrounding oxygen to use it to photosynthesize. But in soaking up this oxygen, it also creates a top layer where the sun cannot reach the ground below. This is very harmful for things like fish or other aquatic life where they want to live underneath there, but they can't because otherwise they won't have oxygen or sunlight, two things that are very detrimental to marine life. Harmful algae blooms can not only take away from the aesthetic appeal, but they also can impact our environment very negatively because they can produce toxic chemicals. We see this as something called blue-green algae, or cyanobacteria. These cyanobacteria produce toxic chemicals through complex genetic pathways.
This is a pretty cool process because the cyanobacteria produce these toxins to ward off predators, but they don't hurt themselves in the process of releasing them.
So to sum it all up, next time you take a big deep breath or a giant bite of ice cream, thank algae for keeping your life cool, creamy, and full of oxygen. That's all for today. Thank you for diving deeper with me.